How's it going, everybody? This is the Erroneous One here, the new Kingdom Hearts Union Cross update video, and it's a interesting one. The Frozen Crab collaboration is here. We now have the Frozen Medals. We knew they were coming already. They were teased at us at the previous live stream that Glacy and Emily did. We knew what they're going to be. I mean, there was a standard off. We knew an idea of they're going to come out pretty soon. JP got them the other day, so we had a good idea of what they were going to offer to us, and it is a mixed bag. It's I'm a little. I'm trying to think how I want to phrase this. There are goods and bads to this one, honestly. Goods and bads, and it's not a fine line between the good and the bad exactly. Let's just get into this one because this is like, okay. Okay, so first off, let's get a basic one out of the way. We have a new weekly raid event with the closed-handed captain again. It's a usual MO for this stuff, usual bonus time, usual leveling kind of thing, so nothing new there. So if you do want to raid again, get the level up, try and get the 5,000 jewels from reaching every 50 levels. There you go. To go along with the Union Cross collaboration, we do have the new Union Cross for the week. I do like the enemy here. Look at the enemy right here. It looks actually really cool. So the enemy looks neat. It's like an ice cream snow monster thing, but it's cool. I like the design. So as lazy as they are with animations, and let's be honest, they've been really lazy with the animations in a lot of ways. Not a lot of fresh content in terms of animations and such. They have been doing a pretty good job on making interesting bosses, putting out new bosses that are really unique and cool. Well, unique up to a point, of course, but very cool looking, very aesthetically interesting. Like this one, for instance, I like the design. It's very cool. When they were doing the Starlight event, the carousel horse enemy raid boss, that was really cool looking. The Ribbity Toad, I think it's called, that they had out there for a while. It also shows up as a Union Cross enemy every now and then. Looked really cool. I like the designs. They're doing a cool job with the designs. I wish they'd get a little more interesting in terms of animations, because while I understand like the metal artwork for the most part is coming from the game and like from promotional artwork and from the mangas and everything, it kind of makes sense that, you know, there's not going to be too much craziness coming out of those for the most part, because again, they are coming from already established source material. It's cool they're committing new bosses. It's cool that the levels look really good. Like the worlds look really good, and it's neat that there's some variation in that terms. The animations, though, I wish they would stop recycling animations and give us new animations for these things, because let's be honest, a lot of these medals deserve new animations. So, but it's here. It's not too bad. Basically, this is gonna be free jewels for the most part. Just go through and do it. The Olaf doll, if you want the Olaf doll, it's not anything too crazy. It's the item drop perk, but of course, playing Union Cross does net you Chippendales, jewels, magic mirrors as if you need them, and magic brooms. So those are there in there too. Okay, so let's get into this one too as well, because this is kind of curious as well. Before I get into the meat of the subject, we do have, of course, the new weekly jewel extravaganza, and we have the new Toon, Kairi, and Xion. The medal itself is underwhelming. You're not buying VIP for the medal abilities. For one turn, target's defense is down by 2, and engage is +3. 0 cost, 5.51 damage multiplier as a 6-star, and that is about it. On the other side, though, I'm not a fan of this artwork in particular. It is... it's a big no for me. You may have heard us mention this in the podcast earlier in the week, but the artwork for this one, like, there's no reason Xion's jacket needs to be unzipped that low like that, or anything. It's just very... I'm surprised this honestly got past Disney wholesome standards. But it is what it is. I mean, I don't like it, but it is what it is. Of course, you get the gold ticket, you get the magic mirrors, brooms, the gems, and the usual stuff from the weekly jewel extravaganza. So for the most part, you're not buying, again, the extravaganza this time for the VIP medal. The VIP medal is, in all honesty, in all facets of this game, that VIP medal is 100% worthless. Who knows if they're going to try and make it worthwhile. I don't know why, after putting out the buff cap increase, they give us a medal that only dealt 2 general defense down and restored some gauges. I mean, I'm sure there's a reason for it somewhere, but I cannot for life of me understand or figure out what that reasoning might be. So your guess is as good as mine in that regard. So there's that one. But let's get into the meat of this one. The Frozen collaboration event. So Frozen collaboration is here now. We do indeed get avatar boards. It's interesting. You're getting 2 female avatar boards and 1 male avatar board in this regard, between Elsa, Anna, and Olaf. So Elsa female, Anna female, and of course Olaf is the male. I'm surprised they didn't do a Kristoff one for the male, or made at least 2 and 2. You know, that kind of surprised me, honestly. But hey, I guess they seen a miss out on a chance to get more money. I guess, I don't know. A little odd there, but the boards themselves are 100% skippable, in my opinion, unless you're maybe a brand new player who needs some attack skills or a second chance skill. Then yeah, buy one of them maybe. If you're like a new player, you need those skills because you're dying, or you need to live, or you know, whatever. But attack boost to 8 max. Okay, attack boost 8 plus AP. That's really underwhelming. And attack boost 7 max and Lux plus. That's actually a worthwhile one. And a second chance 4. So 4 skills in these things, not terrible. Speed gem, okay. The Sid 10, Chip Dale, Magic Mirrors, Magic Brooms, and the title Snowman. Let's build for Anna, and let's let it melt. Clever. For Olaf. But other than that, they're the same thing. The only issue with these ones is the Olaf Snow Cloud and the Anna's Cape and Elsa's Tiara. Well, Elsa's Tiara is a unique one. Anna and Olaf do indeed give a +8 skill perk, which could be useful for you, again, if you're a new player and you're trying to increase your, how often your defense, mainly, let's be honest, mainly how often your defense boosts 6s, 5s, trigger in PvP. It is going to correlate to how much of a skill perk you have, and these might help you out as a newer player. Elsa's is actually a little better. It's actually a +9 skill perk. So there you go. I might pick up the Elsa one later on. I do like the outfit. I am a fan. I like the Frozen movie. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm a fan of Frozen. I'm not gonna lie. I like Tangled. I like Frozen. So I might pick that one up. Just because, mainly because of that skill 9 plus perk. I do want to see that if I can increase my skill perk with that +9. But we will see about that one. But the boards aren't terrible, but they're very underwhelming, kind of what we thought we were going to get in them. If these things had like a defense boost 5 max, a defense boost 4 max, I would say they're not like must-haves, but they'd be very, very much more enticing to get a hold of if they contain those skills, obviously for PvP. But for a strictly PvE standpoint, they have some good skills as a newer player. Like, if you need some more oomph in your life for the game, like if you want to go up from like an AB6 max to an AB8, or even upgrade like an AB7 into an AB8 max, and you need like one more tour there, these are it. These are the ones that are going to do it for you, and there you go. So in that regard, it's not too terrible. But again, unless you're a newer player, I really don't think you need these. Unless you need like a power increase to help you out in both PvP and PvE content, you can kind of skip these. They're not going to be a huge loss on the whole for skipping these things. I wouldn't buy them for the gems alone, because 2,500 jewels for a single gem is too hefty for that kind of thing, but not terrible in that regard. The magic mirrors and the magic brooms are, at this point, superficial. I don't know why they are keeping these things in here, because we get them. We get so many of them through other ways in the game. There's kind of no point from them being there, but there's kind of take up space, you know. But that is what that is. So those are the avatar boards. But let's get into the Frozen medal deals, and this is where it is getting very curious. And this is, again, the good and the bad, in my personal opinion. The VIP banners. Ooh, these are a thing apparently now, and we kind of thought they're going to be that way going forward. I am of two minds about this, honestly. As a person who buys VIP every week, and that is me, I buy VIP every week. This is nothing more than a extra benefit to buying VIP for me. And any other player who buys VIP every week, or like maybe 2 times out of a month or something like that, this is mainly just extra enticement for getting VIP. It's extra reward for buying VIP for the game. For free-to-play players, we obviously have issues, because it includes a Mercy for the new Super Burst medal. And these medals are skippable. Do not get me wrong. These medals are 100% skippable, but there is enticement to acquiring them, especially if you did not pick up, or you were unable to get the new Super Burst Kyrie medal. So first off, let's get the structure on this one right here. It royally sucks that they're putting medals like this behind a VIP paywall, because you are already buying VIP just to get the ability to purchase off a better banner that will give you better drop rates and a Mercy facet to the game. That's right there is already a problem. I don't think these are going to replace Mercy banners entirely. I think Cena would be beyond stupid. Like, I mean, they would be have to be living in like Delusionalville in order for them to actually think that would be a good idea. I do think that other medals coming out will be back to like a 5 Mercy pool for like Prime medals, for like, you know, like Prime Cloud, Prime Maleficent. 5 Mercy pools will be back, not under a VIP banner aspect. I'm pretty sure at some point in time, like for instance, this medal right here, if Super Burst Elsa was the Super Burst medal in there, and there was one other medal with it that was a Prime medal, we would probably get 1 per pull off both banners, and there wouldn't be any confusion in terms of Elsa herself. The 5 Mercy pull would be there for the Prime medal. So as a good example, so we already know about this one, let's put it back into Key Art 19 or Super Burst Sephiroth. If it was like this, all it would have done was guaranteed Super Burst Sephiroth on the 10th pull. Cloud would have been the 5 Mercy pull. That would have been the way that would be the way it was going to be. I'm sure that's the way it's going to be in the future, bar none. So I'm trying to get in mind that Mercy pulls are not gone from the game in terms of like 5 Mercy pulls or things like that. They're still going to be in the game in that facet. What this is doing is making the Super Burst medal, the one that people are really going to want to get, obviously, have a Mercy pool. Which again is both good and bad. Because we all know the pull rates for Supernova medals are not the best on the regular banners. And honestly, I did talk to a few people. I did read a few posts both on Twitter, on the Facebook page. I got on Reddit. Oh my god, that is a salt-filled, like, horror fest, Reddit. But I got on Reddit and I read a few things on there, and a lot of people were complaining to Glacy, and I read a few things from Glacy, what she responded to. A lot of people were complaining about how bad the drop rates were for the Super Burst medals. They're saying it was like, it's so hard to pull them. Like, people were posting images of them pulling like 20 plus times, almost 30 times, not getting a single Super Burst medal at all. Look at poor Kevin, Spinebreaker, man. Spinebreaker pulled so many times for Key Art 19 and never got it. Never got it. People pulled like 30 times for like Sephiroth. Never got him. That was an issue. People pulled quite a bit for the Riku replica medal. Did not get him. And they were very, very vocal on Reddit about that. Like, I mean, honestly, if you guys were going to take a look at that subreddit, they were hammering about that, going like, I pulled so many times for this non-Mercy medal. And yes, again, guys, number one, this is a gacha game, okay? We know this. These games are designed to do that to you. So when people were posting those images, the game was doing what it was successfully succeeding in doing. And that's the same with any single gacha game, bar none. Sometimes the unit you're pulling for just does not come to you, unfortunately. But people were complaining about that. And this seems to be Cena's answer to that situation, because you have to look at it from both sides. As bad as this is, and as bad as this is for free-to-play players up to a point, and I say up to a point, you have to look at the other aspect of it too, going, okay, at least if I do it this way, if I get, and you, again, let me preface this, you only do this if you are able to do the mercy for the medal. If you cannot do the mercy for the medal, do not go and get the VIP, pull 1 or 2 times, and then get royally pissed off when you do not get the medal. It does not work that way, unfortunately. So bear that in mind. Bear in mind to pull for the mercy. At minimum, maybe 5 times, maybe. But honestly, at this point, on it from me to you guys, I'm saying straight up, if you want to do that, do not pull until you have the medals to mercy the medal. That's it. Otherwise, you can't get mad if you buy the VIP, pull twice, and you don't get it. It doesn't mean that's just that is. But this does allow a guaranteed chance to get the medal, which you did not have before. You were not guaranteed a Supernova medal until now, with Kairi and now with Elsa. The featured medal that may not be a non-mercy thing is now a for sure thing. You will get it within X amount of draws, which does make me think this might be a direct, not only from the feedback that people were giving to getting so upset about pulling so many times and not getting the medal, but with the whole entire Belgium situation, this may indeed be the reasoning, or this may be a direct result of that, because now they're gonna, and also with the U.S. now starting to look into the loot box system. Like, they're actually looking into, like, I think they've done it before, but things I've actually been keeping up on this one, because I do want to keep you guys informed on that one. This is I'm not going to say it's more serious, but they're taking a harder look at the loot box system for these kind of games now in the U.S. And this may be, again, Cena's response to trying to not get around that, but to fix things to where they're not going to get, like, you know, taxed or shut down, like in Belgium, for instance, because there is no more gambling aspect to the system when you're guaranteed a medal in X turns. The option is there. So as long as I can say, hey, the option is here in the game for them to get this medal in X turns, it kind of takes away that, you know, gambling the gambling aspect up to a point of the game. This is again, I'm sure both those things factored in. Mainly, I'm pretty sure it was a Belgian thing more than anything else. But both those things had to have factored into these type of banners coming about. So I've been talking to a lot of people about this, both to the podcast group that I'm part of. You guys hear us. Other people on Facebook, other people on Reddit. I DM'd a few people as well, trying to get some information, trying to open up dialogue. I've talked to other high-ranked players about this, and that's kind of like a sense we've kind of gotten to in terms of this, why these banners are like this, and why they're not going to go away. Because let's be honest, you have 2 banners set up for all player types now. Free-to-play, totally free-to-play players, or even casual-play players that put a little bit of money into the game but don't buy VIP, or they only buy VIP. There you go. There's a VIP banner. And then people who don't put anything into the game at all whatsoever. Like totally 100% free-to-play, like Demo. Here is this banner here. You guys can take a whirl on. You guys can give it a whirl and try it out. All player bases are represented in this one. It's just really hard for players who are free-to-play to see a VIP medal going like, oh, look, you get double the rates, and you get a mercy for buying VIP. That rubs salt into the free-to-play players' wounds, like something fierce, and I totally understand that. But I also understand the other side of it, too, going like, well, the biggest draw for this one is like, hey, now if you are able to mercy, if you have the jewels to fully mercy, you are going to get the medal. Hopefully you'll get it before the mercy pull with the double drop rates, hopefully. But you are guaranteed to get that medal at a certain point. There is no more, I pulled like 20 times trying to get a medal. No. It's 10, you got it at bare minimum, there you go. That's kind of where you have to look at it. That's kind of how you have to kind of view this one, because that is what it is for the game itself right now. And I'm sure I'm going to get like some flack for saying these things, for not being totally 100% against these banners like this, because I'm not totally 100% against these banners. I understand the methodology behind why they did it. I hope you guys take what I say about them and like I hope what I just said, you know, does, you know, make sense to you guys a little bit. I understand if you guys don't agree with it. That's fine. I understand too. I'm not 100% behind this as well, because it does hurt the majority of the player base, because the majority of the player base of this game is free to play. Not even VIP to play. I mean, like, straight up free to play. I do see that one. But that's my view on it. I mean, and honestly, guys, this is one of those things where I would really like a lot more discourse in the comments. Try and keep it civil, please. But I do want people talking about this. I do want people getting into this one and discussing this a bit more. If you guys agree with me or not, I don't care. I mean, my comment section, unless you guys are going like really totally off base, I'm not going to censor anybody in my comments. You know, don't attack anybody, you know, like maliciously or anything. Don't throw out derogatory comments or anything. But other than that, you guys, I mean, people attack me all the time about for spinning the game. That's fine. I don't mind that. It's part of the nature of being a content creator. I get that. And I'm not going to ban people or censor people or anything like that for doing that kind of stuff. I want open discourse between myself and my viewers, and between other people as well, either on the comment page or in the Discord group or whatever, you know. But this is one of those things I do think that people really need to talk about, and get more Discord out there, so we can start getting more viewpoints out there. I am going to start, along with Lost Predictions and a few other people, we're going to start getting down information from other content creators. And we're going to start talking, or start trying to open a dialogue with Lacey, because she did ask for this in the stream, about changes in the game and how the players are feeling. And us as content creators can't get the information unless you as the viewership are not telling us these things. So by all means, go to Lost Predictions channel, comment on his page your viewpoints, comment on my page my viewpoints, go to Damo's channel, comment on his channel about, like, you know, what you guys think and everything. Comment on Octo's channel about what you guys think. Talk to us so we know, so we can relay that stuff as best we can to Glacy, and hopefully somebody else will see it as well. Hopefully we'll get a bit more change in a more positive direction for all players. That's my my biggest hope for this one. So now that I've gone through that one, because that was a longer discussion than I thought I was going to do about it, let's get into the banners themselves. Okay, so we know what the deals are with the VIP and non-VIP one. Here's what they both contain. Both of them contain, you're going to get 2 of the Frozen medals. So you're either going to get Kristoff, Anna, Olaf, or if you're really lucky, you're going to get the Supernova Elsa. But on the whole, you're going to get either 2 of the Frozen medals at either 6-star or 7-star rarity, which is pretty nifty. You're going to get 1 Elsa trait, and you're going to get 3 magic mirrors for the regular banner, and then 5 for the VIP banner, which is, again, big whoop-de-doo, because their mirrors are everywhere right now. But, okay, I mean, I guess 1 more part for getting the VIP one. Let's see here. Okay, here's a breakdown between the 2 of them, then I guess right here for you. So, the guaranteed feature medal, Supernova Elsa within 10 pools with the VIP. 3, that's really it, yeah. And then the 5 magic mirrors and the 3 for the regular one. Okay, and the details. Almost doubles the chance of drawing Supernova Elsa compared to standard. We already know that. For the VIP one, you also get the bonus of the Anna and Elsa campaign. Oof, that was a new thing too as well. So, alright. Let's get these ones first, because these ones are going to be more applicable at the moment. Okay. Okay, actually, let's go down here first. If Elsa and Anna and Elsa campaign, this is where it also gets rather tricky. And it's honestly seen as an attempt to get people to buy VIP more. I'm assuming VIP sales are down, or they just want to try and increase VIP sales for the holidays, so on and so forth. But the Anna and Elsa campaign, okay, you will receive 1 trait medal 64 for each time you use a VIP draw on this deal. No maximum limit, okay? Additionally, you will receive 1 7-star Anna and Elsa if you use VIP draw 5 times on this deal. So this is like a 5-pull mercy added into the already 10-pull mercy for Supernova Elsa. Maximum limit of 1 medal. So you're only going to get 1 of these medals. That's it. they will be. Sorry guys about that. Let me turn my phone down about that. The Elsa rewards will be distributed on December 25th. So basically, it's going to be a Christmas gift apparently. If you do this, Christmas gift that you bought yourself. Huh. Happy holidays. So there you go. This medal is interesting. It's nothing insane overall. It has the same strength pretty much as a prime medal at the 35.14 damage multiplier. It is going to be a tier 8. It is AoE. It has a 8 cost. Holy. An 8 cost. And it deals 30 hits. And for one turn, it'll give you your strength, upright strength, and your speed strength by 15. So it'll max out all of your attacking buffs going forward for your setups. So it's nice. It's nothing crazy though. This isn't anything you're like, oh my god, this medal is like so good. You know, if I don't get this one, I'm really gonna be missing out. And now I'm even more upset that I can't get VIP or I don't do VIP because, you know, there's amazing medals behind it. No, it's nice. It gives you your maximum attacking buffs in one go, but it's nothing like super crazy. It's nothing like, you know, oh my god, I have to have this. I mean, it's a nice medal. For this kind of medal, personally, for me, I would like to get raids on it, like all raids. Honestly, that'd be great for me. It would suit me really well in that regard. But it's nothing super crazy. It's just an added benefit to doing the Mercy with a VIP. So there you go for that one. So I guess if you want to buy VIP, you have a chance of getting this one right here, and if you will get this one if you do the 5 Mercy, and you'll also get the 5 trait medals to go with it, to fully trade it, and there you go. I mean, that'd be it. So I'll check for that one. Supernova Elsa. Well, okay, let's cover these ones first real quick, actually. We have the Prime Kristoff, Prime Anna, and Prime Olaf. They all do the exact same thing for their respective attributes. And I actually, for the first time, am going to, hang on, chugga, and there we go. I went up there to the Cuck Tracker finally, and I'm going to try and be a little more interactive now with these comparisons, because these medals are very interesting. These medals are here strictly to work with players who do not have Supernova Kairi. That is going to be their main focus in life. Pulling once or maybe even twice from the banner, no matter which banner it is, VIP or free-to-play. Although I imagine if you're only going to pull once or twice from it, you're going to be free-to-play, which makes sense. Isn't a bad idea for multiple reasons. Numero uno. Every single collaboration we've had has had a high score challenge linked to it. Let me repeat that. Every collaboration we've had has had a high score challenge linked to it. These are your medals. You're going to get 2 of the medals per pool. So you're, at minimum, you're going to have 2% boosters already ready to go that are buffers, no less, for the high score challenge that will be coming. And there will be one coming. I imagine we'll probably get announced either this Thursday night or Sunday night. One or the other. So be ready for that one. Number 2. These are nothing to scoff at in terms of attack. They can be attacking medals if you want them to be. They do have, again, they have the same thing as a VIP one. Hang on, let me see if I can't. Cause I haven't really used this before, so give me a few minutes to get this. Okay, here we go. So let's see. Slot 1, there we go. Where is the medal player PvP, level 1, blah, blah, blah. I really should have gotten this a little more organized before I actually went over here and did this. Oh, that makes it easy. Okay, there we go. Alright, so, say for instance we have, let's see, sorts. Let's go ahead and go over here and we will find our overwrite. That should be it, yes. Where is the go button? I'm such a newbie at this, guys. I am so sorry. There we go. Okay, there we go. Let's hit the X button. Okay. Again, I'm sorry, guys. Bear with me. I'm getting used to this Cook Shocker thing. I mean, now that I found this and started using it, I'm like, oh, this makes it a lot easier to figure out setups. Okay, so, Kairi. Add to deck. There we go. Alright, so she's there, and, again, and I'm going to pull up the Olaf one just because it's already there. Sort, we're going to do... Is there a newest one by chance? Filter by... Oh, release. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Okay, release. There we go. Okay, cool. And here is Olaf. Let's put him at a 7-star because he is pretty easy at 7-starred, hopefully. Add to deck. There we go. Okay, so... Look at Kairi right here. Overwrite medals are interesting. Overwrite medals replace every single buff and debuff that you have and the enemy has. We already know this. In particular, like if you looked at the Maleficent and the Big Bad Bosses event, she started with plus 15 general defense up. So if you had an overwrite medal, you took away that entirely and automatically gave her the -7 general defense down automatically. Done deal. Which is good. Don't be wrong. It's awesome. It still has its place. It's still going to be very useful. But it doesn't help you if you have like EA on them. So if you have EA on them, or if you ran two this Kairi right here, then you are going to miss out on your maximum buffs. You won't get your maximum buffs because obviously they overwrite. So that's what happens with that one. But if you have Kairi go off, you're going to get your ×7 PSM, general, and upright. Right? And then you're going to get your ×7 general, upright, and PSM defense down, and their PSM attack by 2 down. Now, when you go into slot 2, boop, look at that changes. Look at automatically you're at your maximum for magic, for upright, and for attack on yourself. Again, these guys do work around themselves. So, speed, magic, power. And your buffers are still down though by 7, but you can always change it out for other options going forward. Any other prime metal. So basically, if you want to come over here, and this is the upright one here, right? So if we want to come over here and we want to add in, let's see, there he is. Let's add in prime Riku. Got a 7-star. Add a deck. There we go. Look at this. By 3, we are already approaching almost our max debuffs. You're at a 12. Out of 15 for general, but you're at 14 for magic and speed. And if you have EA on any of these, on either him or Olaf, well, mainly him in this case, you're going to get your stuff going there going forward. And so by these 3 medals, you're kind of already set for your maximum buffs and debuffs, which isn't much different from what we were doing beforehand. Beforehand, most setups ran Kairi and, you know, than either any other prime medals. So the prime medal, for most people who are running Fairy Stars, for instance, Riku versus Roxas sits in that slot 3 in a lot of setups already. You're already there in the setups, ready to go. So that's not a big change. And you're not far away from your debuffs. So that's actually really good. And then, of course, depending on what you put on your Spirit and your slot 5 and slot 4, you can increase and get them there and then go through and do your damage that way. So these medals right here, these frozen medals are here entirely for collaboration. They are here for... how do I get it off? How do I hit them? Oh, there we go. These medals are here for... They're here to complement. They are here to complement your previous medals if you did not have Kairi. So that's where they stand. That's where they add up there, and that's where their main focus is going to be. If you happen to get EA on one of these medals while you're going, then they practically control themselves already as it stands. You're going to get maximum buffs and debuffs, maximum buffs out of these with EA for their particular attribute. So you're kind of set there. The only thing you have to worry about at that point in time is going to be the defense down aspects, both PSM, general, and upright and or reverse. So, you know, as buffers, they're not bad. And if you're a new player, if you're like a brand newish player and you don't have any, you don't have the Kairi right here, if you don't have this Kairi right here, or if you don't have the Kairi EX before it, that kind of stuff. If you have no buffers really to speak of so far, this banner is actually good for you to get because you're going to need those buffers going forward for the game. So these are not bad for new players by any stretch of the imagination. They're going to be really beneficial to new players, and they're going to help out players who don't have Supernova Kairi. Now, let's say that you do have Supernova Kairi, right? So let's go over here, and we are going to chugga. I will figure out how to. Nope, that was not it. Hello, total noob moment for me, right? I want you to be gone now. How do I get rid of you? I'm sure people on the screen yelling. It's just that button right there, Aaron. You can find it that way, but I do not know where it is. Clear skill selection. Nope, that's not it. Copy middle to album. I don't want to copy middle to album. Oh. Oh, okay, wrong line. Erg. Is there a way to clear that? Oh, remove. Okay, there we go. This click and drag. Okay, that makes sense. Actually, we'll leave you there. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Like I said, I'm still getting used to this thing. Please, I hope you guys bear with me. I'm sure I'll get some flame comments for this one in the comments below. Okay, so as you're coming over here, and we are now looking up highest. Let's see. Let's go for release. Okay, we're right there. Okay, cool. I know we don't need magic. Actually, we need. There we go. Okay, so here she is. Here is the Kairi. Let's see. Add to deck. There we go. And there she be. So, shabam. As we stand right here. As we stand right. Oh, that's because of the Supernova. Okay, I get you. Alright, so, not counting the Supernova. Kairi herself. Let's go look at Kairi herself. So, Kairi herself does a lot, obviously. Having her in here, because you can still use these medals with Kairi, Supernova Kairi. Your strength is taken care of, your PSM is at 12, your upright is at 7, your defense is, general defense down is at 15, and general defense down and PSM defense down is at 12, and the upright is down by 7. Ta-da. I say ta-da, but that's just still so much. That's what she gives you. But if you add in Olaf over here, yoink, look now at what you have going for yourself. You now have, the debuffs are still the same, but you're now at maximum for everything else. So basically, he will up the rest of your PSM for magic and your upright all the way. Because she only does it 7 for upright and 12 for PSM. So basically, it gives you the last 3 you need for your magic up there, and the last bit you need for your upright attack to go up. And again, if you add in Riku versus Roxas over here again, then you are going to be able to get your max stuff going there. Where did he go again? There he is. And there you go. So when you're here, you're now at pretty much maximum everything going down that you need for magic in any event. And that'll take care of a lot of other stuff too as well. If any of the prime metal will go through and deal with it for be it reverse, for be it power, and then for speed as well. The only thing you really have to worry about at that point in time is going to be reverse attack and reverse defense down, which again you can adjust as you need to. going forward there, and they work with those medals as well. So you could have, for instance, you could have, let's say you don't have Kairi. So remove Kairi. You put, sure, we'll leave Olaf there. Why not, right? You put Olaf right there, right? So now Olaf's there. Right now, with Olaf, we only have 8 attack up, 12 PS, 12 magic, and 12 upright. But if over here, come over here, and we throw in Prime Roxas. All of a sudden, for Prime Roxas, now look what we have. The general attack is still only at 8, so you can be careful with that one. So if you have E in this one, you'd be okay going forward for that one. But you're going to get your maximum up to magic attack up. You're still going to be at 12 PSM for attack up through Olaf right here. But you are going to get general defense down, magic defense down, and reverse defense down. And if you have EA on any of these medals, you're going to be able to work around that. So it's going to take some more work, obviously, but you can still work around not having the Kairis there in order to get yourself your buffs and your debuffs going forward. So that's actually really cool. I do like that one a great bit. So these guys do have utility. Are they must-haves? Do you need to have this medal? Do you need to have these particular things going for you? No, you do not. You don't need to have these medals right here at all whatsoever. If you are already a veteran of the game for the most part, they're not needed, but they're good to have because they do have, give added utility going forward for the game to help you succeed in doing PvE content. In particular, I think their biggest test right now, in a lot of ways, is going to be coming up in the next few days, and 3 days actually, and it's going to be the Lark Scene organization event for December. We're going to need to see how she is going to be, because if you have a Kairi, a Supernova Kairi, you're going to jet through that, I'm willing to bet. There's not going to be, I don't think the event was built around having Kairi already in the game. I could be wrong. Cena could have made a buff to it. That's possible. I don't think it's likely, but it's possible. But I think these guys right here are going to be showcased heavily in these events. And on top of that, for me, I did pull 5 times. I pulled 5 times in the banner for these medals because content I want to create going forward, I want to feature both Supernova Kairi and non-Supernova Kairi setups. I want to try and get more back into the groove of helping all players and not just showing off whale content, not just showing off whale setups, going forward. I still post the whale setups because people like seeing that. I mean, I get a lot of features about people enjoying watching those kind of setups roll, like, how much damage can I deal, so on and so forth. But I do want to help more players, especially right now with the way the banners are set up and how hard it is to get some of the new medals in some aspects. I want everybody to succeed. I want everybody getting all the everything they can possibly get and beating all content they can possibly beat with these setups. So I did the 5 pulls for these guys already. I got to do some pulls off there. I did get an Elsa. I got Elsa on pull 3 through the VIP banner. So it was the VIP banner. I stopped at 5 pulls because that got me the Anna and Elsa medal. I was like, I'm here. I'm good. I have the traits on Elsa now. I'm set up for her. And we're good to go. I had decent pulls. I got like 3 to 4 Frozen medals per pull, which wasn't bad, but I don't know. So the banner seems okay for that one, but I'm going to be putting out content that's going to be featuring both these ones. So in particular, I do want to put out content now going up against the Big Bad Bosses event, the Dragon Maleficent, and see how well I can do with these medals in play. See how well they help me out and how well I can work around things going forward. Obviously, it'll be a little harder because my sub slots and my keyword levels are a lot higher than most, but I'm going to do the best I can with that and with that in mind. So bear with me, that will be coming too as well. And last but certainly not least is the new Supernova medal, which is Elsa. Whew, okay, Elsa. As a tier 8, her multiplier is lackluster. 36.89 at maximum. And she only gets a maximum the more SP attacks used in succession. So basically, you're going to have, she's going to set better at like slot 4 or 5, essentially, on a Keyblade to get that max multiplier. And everybody activating their special attacks. But that's not why she's a tier 8. She's a tier 8 strictly for her Supernova. So, as it stands right here by herself, she deals 3 hits, for 2 turns, and this is where these guys are unique too. These guys here, they deal 4 hits, 2 turns their effects last. Keep that in mind. If you need to do any kind of content that's going to take you, say, 2 turns or more, these guys come into play heavily because they can get themselves the max buffs going forward by turn 2, and then keep them that way, provided you're able to keep casting them. And they are 6 costs, so you have to watch that a little bit, but if you have the SP skills on there, you're going to be sitting pretty for that, for the most part. But Elsa does 3 hits, and for 2 turns, she gives you reverse strength by 5. That's unique. She does reverse strength by 5, strength by 8, and then upright and magic strength by 15. Okay. Special attack by 150%, just like Supernova Kairi. And then the target's defense is going to go down by 8. Their magic defense is down by 15, and it's where it stops. There's no reverse or upright debuffs. And then, of course, she adds +3 to the counter. And the damage she deals is, again, more special attacks used in succession. Her Supernova is where it gets really interesting. 2 turns, not just 1. 2 turns, again, she increases a special attack by 180%. Her Supernova does not count towards a counter, and it triggers before slot 1 is activated when defending in PvP. That makes a big difference, honestly. That 30% you make, oh, you know, it's only 30%. It's only 30% more than the 150 you're already getting. It makes a difference, guys. It makes a huge difference. Now, granted, that difference, for the most part, on the whole, is going to be geared towards PvP. And let us be honest and completely transparent, Supernova medals are primarily used only in PvP. I see Supernova very, very, very rarely used outside of PvP. So that's where it's going to shine. That's where it's really going to be used the most. Keep that in mind. That is a very cool effect, though. Honestly, that effect is... that's something else. That is nothing to scoff at right there at all. Because that's going to be very interesting. So, again, come back over here. And this is going to be, if you're going to go for, like, you know, like the whale setups, right? Say you're going to remove... Yeah, we're going to move this you, we're going to move you, and we're going to remove you. And now we are going to come over here. Actually, no, we'll do it over here. Here we go. And we will come over here, put you back into upright, close it out, and... Alright. So Elsa in slot 2, right? And say over here, we'll keep it with the Rika versus Roxas, and say over here, we're going to go over here, and we're going to put you back this way. Okay. Look at what you have right here already. By slot 2 with Elsa, and this is just with Elsa, your upright attack, your magic attack, your upright attack, and your reverse attack is up by 5, 15, 15, and 15. And then general defense down is by 15, magic defense down is by 15, and upright defense down is by 15. Alright, by the time Riku versus Roxas hits, you are at maximum for, almost maximum for upright. You're at 14 out of 15 for upright, and you are at 15 for magic, and you're set in that regard. Cool. So, let's keep the ball rolling in that regard, shall we? Let us come over here, and let's not go completely whaled out, right? Let's, well... I think I'm completely. I already have Kairi and Elsa in there. If you were that lucky, but say you're not that lucky, right? Say you are at over here, and it's gonna be tier 6s, and go. And, oh, I should have hit that add button. Okay, so there's HEC on there, right? Now let's go over here and let's get a little trickier, because with the recent changes, banners, this dude was a lot easier to get a hold of. Did I? Ah, that's why. Okay. Right here. Kei Shiriku. He was a 5 mercy pull recently, so you're kind of set there. Okay, so by the time Shion goes off, right? You are now at 5 right here. If you really want to be a little trickier about that, for the most part, if you like really want to focus on like like a reverse on your pet slot, for instance, you're already at your maximum speed and magic and upright going down, right? But you're kind of done with no more reverse attack up, no more reverse defense down, right? We could change Shion out, come over here, and we could go over here and let's go with an oldie but a goodie. He still has relevance. I still use him myself. He's only a tier 4. Primal Shade Axel. Oh, now look what you have right here. You are going to get your reverse attack to 8, which isn't too terrible. So that plus 3. 7 reverse defense down, and you could add into that one. It could go beyond that. If you have EA on him, then obviously it's going to go to 14 and to 10. And then say, for instance, on this one, say you were lucky enough to pull... Actually, let's just go straight up to reverse. Because right now, it can be anything, right? Here's our... Oh, not tier 4s. Oops. Section... Maybe this one. Okay, there we go. Alright. Say you were lucky enough to pull Riku versus Roxas. Or, say, your Marluxia, right? You can add those guys into your pet slots there. And... that won't change, but they're going to have buffs to themselves. They're going to get those buffs going forward. Not too terrible in that regard. But if you want to try and get maximum kind of things, you could add in a Riku replica. Only plus 3. Oh, right. I'm on the slot for that one. That's why. Chunk. There we go. All right. Look at that. 11 for reverse attack and 14 for reverse defense down. You have options. Again, if you have EA on your Riku replica or even your Prime Axel, you are going to be set in that regard. That's going to be really, really good for you to go for it. And you're going to get almost maximum debuffs. If you want to remove him, and if you want to come over here and, what was Marluxia again? Marluxia gives you 14 attack up, so you're almost at maximum attack. Still at 7 defense down for reverse through the Axel here, but you do have maximum attack going with Marluxia there, which is going to make a world of difference. Again, EA on the Axel fixes your defense problem, and you're pretty much ready to go in your rip-roaring setup. If you want to go a little heavier on that one, for instance, you come over here and you can grab Luxord. Put Luxord there. And at tier 6, there you go. You have maximum reverse attack up. Your reverse defense is at 7, but again, you have maximum reverse attack at that point in time. So that's an option. Let's see. If you got lucky enough and you pulled this could be before we put Sephiroth. We'll put Dimix there real quick because he's more easily attainable. 11 and 7, but you do get the added benefit of general attack down by 4. Turtle setup, as we all know, for Dimix are there. So you're going to Sephiroth, it's a different story entirely. We all understand this. Boom, maximum reverse down, but only 11 reverse strength up. So there are options here to run around and use things. If you have EA on other things, you can set them up. But if you have those medals right there, they can work. You can still run a purely upright and reverse setup going for you right there. If you copy Axel, for instance. So let's move him real quick and go over here and let's sort by upright, magic, and tier 5s. Tier 5, tier 7. Okay. Well, actually, it doesn't matter. Tier 5. We'll go for tier 5 because that's where nobody's at. There she is. Add nominee. And now you have your almost maximum setup because nominee copies Axel. That pretty much gives you a double cast of Axel right there, and that will give your Sephiroth and your Axel actually. By the time your Axel hits, so let's go over here to slot 4. So when nominee's here, it's a 8 reverse attack up and 7 reverse defense down. But by slot 4, it is now 11 reverse attack up and 14 reverse defense down via Axel. So by the time that Sephiroth hits, you are at maximum everything except for upright by 1. It's at 14 out of 15. Whoa, is everybody else, right? That's actually pretty good. So there are options, and that's not even counting your friend medal. You still have your friend slot to play with too as well on top of that. So there are some options here, guys. There are quite a few options here. It's not all bad. Again, it is good and bad. These medals do things in an interesting way. They add a new mechanic. They were needed. These medals were needed for players who did not have Supernova Kairi. If you don't have Supernova Kairi, these are kind of needed. At least one of them, up to point for whatever attribute you're strongest in. For the most part, they were needed to move around and do things going forward. They allow utility. They are going to allow utility and allow people to keep on competing, and that's why the banners are good. I'm not going to say you should go crazy spending your jewels, because as we all know, when a Kairi appears, a Xion is never far behind, who will handle your reverse attack and defense down, basically. She's going to be here. Hopefully she's going to show up towards the end of the month, right after Christmas, so hopefully people will be, if they want to, they will be loaded a bit more on, like, Christmas gift cards and such, and they can afford to pull for her a bit easier, but who knows? It's Asina. It's interesting. I think that if you guys go and look at one of Damo's amazing graphs showcasing the release of the Kairis, I think Xion EX Plus came out about a month or two after Kairi EX Plus. So there's some time. I can't remember if it was that one or if it was the original EXs. I'm pretty sure, though, it was the EX Plus versions, the Overwrite ones. So, hopefully you have some time to stock up jewels and save up for Xion coming out. Until then, though, doing a pull or two on this banner, if you need help getting to the maximum buff caps, the new 15 buff caps, these will help you on your way. And if you're lucky enough to pull Elsa in that time period, in those pulls, even better for you, but don't count on that one for the most part. Even if you buy VIP, don't count on getting her within, the first 2 pulls. That's just the way it's going to be in that regard. So, discuss, guys. Let me know what you guys think. I know this video ran on for a long time. If you guys stayed this long for the video, thank you so much for putting up with this one. I felt there's a lot to talk about. And I'll discuss about the VIP banners and everything, so it's important to talk about this again, and I'm sure I'll talk about more going forward into the future, either through live streams, or through, like, Discord, or even through the comment section. But I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Pretty cool, guys. Okay. I think it's gone on long enough. I'm going to end the video here, guys. Again, let me know what you guys think. If you guys are going to pull for the Frozen Medals, best of luck. As always, best of luck. I hope you guys pull well. VIP banners, man, they're a thing. Both good and bad. I mean, they're both good and bad. So, as always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. See ya.